All right, simple fact. When I started getting lied about in 2015, that was for a bitter ex-partner for his own benefit and gain, and he was being a cunt. I don't think Giovanni cared for what he was doing. So when I moved out of my apartment in April 2015, all I was doing was giving my relationship a break. So my partner Giovanni Craig Consalvo and myself, and I went and stayed at the Fleming side. So on the Fleming side, because I'm a Fleming, not a Rackley, so sick and tired of this shit. We still had the family holiday house, 23 Bangalow Street, that's Long Beach, which was Nana Pop's old house. So I went and stayed there for 6 months, came back in October 2015 to a shit fight. And that's a fact. As for where my life was, I still had well over 200,000 in the bank. So all the money from the sale of my investment property, fixed term deposits, savings from Star Casino, and I was on a return to work. There's no mental health issues. Okay. Giovanni wasn't a carer. All my assets, belongings, my BMW was paid cash for, owned outright. My furniture, jewelry, clothing, everything. You can see it in photos. Already had all this. So it all came from proceeds of work. Okay. And I was on a return to work because I was mugged after work until the lies started. And no debts. I've never had any debt, no credit card debt, nothing in my fucking life. Then I started being accused of being like suicidal. Never been suicidal. The mental health scam. Yeah, I'm not going to pander to it anymore. You guys are scamming. Fuck it. I deliberately did stuff to catch people out, and I told Giovanni Craig and Salvo, my ex-partner, back on the 1st of January 2016 that I'll be doing this. I'm sick and tired of being lied about. And I wouldn't have done it if my family, mum's side, you can get fucked. I'm going to not ask them anymore to tell the truth when they keep lying. So, 11 years, like when you're going to keep asking the same thing for 11 years, they're not going to do anything. So they never did. Anyway, we were never close. We're not a close family. So, when I was lied about in 2015, I called my mother and I said, "Look, this is damaging. I've got a green card to the US. Can you help me?" Like, because I couldn't get a solicitor because I was badly lied about. All I wanted was a cease and desist letter. I wanted to speak to Mum's ex-boss, Michael McHugh, with the facts and ask for a cease and desist letter against certain people, groups, and organisations before this gets out of hand. Yeah, I think 11 years is out of hand. Sure, think playing a prank on these idiots of people, groups, and organisations from 2016 to 2018, that's out of hand when I tried to trap people. But given what I was dealt with, where no one would help tell the truth, that's why I did it. So the reason behind it is simple. If the truth was told and I wasn't getting lied about, I wouldn't have done it. It's that simple. I'm so over it now. I'm just going to stand up and tell the truth and say, well, yeah, I did do that. I deliberately set out to entrap a group of people that are involved in the same like-minded behaviour because I was lied about and my mother did exactly the behaviour that she always does. Like the exact behaviour she always does. Never helps her kids. No, not her kids from her first marriage. And if that had just happened, like basically the truth was told, then I wouldn't have gone out around that way. I would have, like my return to work was happening, like so it was physical health injuries, and there was chronic illness connected to it. But I had to prove that I could maintain those injuries, and I'll be able to get my job back in 2017 at Star Casino, which is what I really wanted. Um, yeah, so that's not true. I don't use drugs. Who makes up stories I use drugs? Oh, is it the acting stunt I did? Yeah, thanks, guys. Oh, Jesus, a bit bizarre, like, 1,000 messages. Yeah, if I want to try and get arrested for use of carriage service, so that way my hairdresser who deals cocaine, how do you know she deals cocaine? Um, Everyone does. I'll stand there and say, yeah. So I watched her buy large quantities of cocaine from Ush, that Russian guy, and she distributed it on. Thought I was like-minded. So then I went the next day on a Wednesday, because this happened on a Tuesday, and got a toxicology report that my doctors approved that I don't use drugs. Oh, I did go that far. Yep. And why would I go that far? Meet my mother. That's why. You see, I was lied about, and all I asked for was the truth told before it damages my life. I had no debts, a shitload of assets, money, belongings, and a perfect life, and I was on a return to work to get my job back. That's why. Meet my mother. I think, oh, and all this rubbish about, oh, but Justin's grandmother's dying. She had her life. He destroyed mine. Yeah, it is hard enough living with injuries and disability, but it's not mental health crap. And I've never had drug or alcohol issues ever. But the Jeffries does and thought I was like-minded. So I'll tell, like, this whole thing was, no, you're my hairdresser. You don't have a right to overstep, involve yourself in my life. Thanks. And you want to involve yourself in my life, then I know that you buy cocaine and deal it. I know that your husband buys cannabis and deals it. This was about entrapment. That's all it was. And back in 2018, I did have that discussion with Mum, and she goes, "Oh, what are you going to do?" Oh, yeah, 2018, years later, after she was first told in 2015, "Can you tell the truth, Carol?" So in 2018, she's like, "What are you going to do? Hang around in Sydney for revenge?" It's like, "Yeah, now I am after you lost my job last year." That was 2017. Yep. She was like, "Justin, you got a green card to America since 2014. You still got all your money," which I did. No debts, well over 200,000 in savings. Why don't you just go live your life in America? Why did you do that? But these people projected the same bullshit in America. Thanks. And Stephanie DeSalis caused trouble in America. The same people that I asked my mother to help get rid of. No. I came back for revenge and that's it. Basically, that's the truth. I stand there and say, no, everything I've been doing since I got back has been deliberate to try and entrap the same group of people that I never wanted in my life and cause me damage. It's about revenge. There's no issues. How else are you going to get someone to give their phone number across if you're not going to, keep harassing them enough until they actually go, "Oh, police, look, use of carriage service." Yeah, there we go. That's the phone number that she buys large quantities of trafficking amounts of cocaine from Ush. Well, fuck this, man. I went from having a perfect life to people, groups, and organisations involving themselves in it that I didn't want. Sure, I've had injury, 2007 and 2010, but I was on a return to work and negotiated my job back in 2017. I had all my money, all my assets, all my belongings, and no debts. A perfect life until it was destroyed for 11 years.